So I can't even fathom it. I can't even imagine it. He's not going to win. I think he thinks this is going to be a very easy night. It's not going to be an easy night.
I don't think that. I think it's going to be a war of ages.
First of all, no one else can do this but me, I believe. And like you said, this is the greatest boxing match in the history of boxing, and it's because I'm a part of it.
On Friday night when I put this man to sleep, so that is pretty dope.
He dreams a lot.
A lot of dreams. I knew it would all come true.
This is not going to come true, young man.
Hey, man, I respect your opinion, but it's just my time. The universe know it, the gods know it, I know it, and you're gonna know it. Plain and simple.
Okay, for next week. We'll see.
The final hours before their highly anticipated fight, Mike Tyson issued a chilling message to Jake Paul, one that has boxing fans everywhere on the edge of their seats. With a focused and menacing tone, Tyson addressed Paul directly in a brief but intense video posted on social media, giving a rare insight into the legend.
Fight is not going to change my lifestyle financially. I'm a fighter. I feel good. I can do it. I feel I can beat this guy.
Standing in his training gym, Tyson looked every bit the fierce competitor he was in his prime. In his message, Tyson said that this isn't a game, and it's not for show. He said that when he is in that ring, Jake is going to feel what it's like to be up against someone who's done this his whole life. His voice carried a calm yet intimidating edge, underscoring the seriousness with which he views the
I don't look at my life as a legacy. Legacy to me means ego. Who the is about my legacy? I'm going to be dead soon one day, but he's not going to win.
What do you say about your legacy? If you end up beating Mike Tyson, not just beating Mike Tyson, knocking Mike Tyson out.
Obviously, it would be the biggest moment in all of boxing history.
This warning shows Tyson's fierce dedication to the sport, and it seems intended to remind Paul, and perhaps the fans, that stepping into the ring with him isn't just another headline-grabbing event. It's a true boxing match, with stakes, intensity, and real danger. In the days leading up to this message, Tyson has been vocal about his motivations for returning to the ring. For him, this isn't about a simple comeback, it's about reclaiming his legacy and proving that his skills and power are ageless. Tyson's message to Paul encapsulates this motivation, hinting that he's coming to the fight with a warrior's mindset, unburdened by fame or financial incentive, but driven by a desire to embody the ferocity that once defined his career.
I've always been in the gym training. I'm boxing professional fighters. Activity is great. I had 15 fights in 1 year when I was younger, and I think activity is great, but I'm prepared. I'm just ready to.
Tyson's words, though simple, carried the weight of his storied career. He's been training with a no-mercy mentality, and he made it clear that he has no intention of holding back. This statement alone sent a wave of anticipation through the boxing community, signaling that Tyson's approach to this fight will be as relentless as ever. Tyson's promised to bring the real thing to the ring is a reminder of his ferocious energy in his heyday, and fans are excited to see if he can channel that same tenacity at this stage of his life. Paul, known for his bravado and showmanship, appeared unusually silent in response to Tyson's words. While he's usually quick to counter with a quip or challenge, Tyson's warning seems to have hit differently. Sources close to Paul's camp say he's taking Tyson's message seriously, adding extra intensity to his own final days of training. It's clear that he understands the gravity of stepping into the ring with a less
changed since then, and I decided to fight Roy Jones, and that was successful, and now they're fighting.
So people shouldn't even bring that shit up no more.
No, they should bring it up. Okay. They should see the difference from there to now.
Gotcha.
Paul's silence is perhaps a reflection of respect, or maybe a recognition that Tyson, even at 58, brings a level of skill and power that can't be ignored. For the first time in the lead-up to the fight, Paul's camp has remained uncharacteristically reserved, leaving fans wondering how this message has truly affected the young fighter's mindset. The message also drew reactions from boxing legends and analysts, with many noting that Tyson's statement harkens back to the fighter who dominated the heavyweight division in the 1980s and 90s. When Mike says something like that, he means that there's no one like him, and you can see in his eyes that he's ready.
Really, yeah, it's kind of fun. I guess only thing that's pretty tricky is getting in shape.
At the age you start getting older,
just like when I was 20, you taught me training. I go all out. I train you train all day. It starts when the boxing starts from 11, and then we might be done by 5. And then I'm doing strength and conditioning, guys. Then I'm gonna do the weights, and then I'm gonna do boxing and spar.
In a recent interview, Carl Furch claimed that Tyson is too old to be in the ring. Jake was also attacked by former middleweight world boxing champion who called the YouTuber turned boxer that much of a B and said that he irritates people by fighting against opponents far lighter than him. So far, he was also asked about his remarks on Paul's wish for Tyson's match to stay on his professional record. FR said, "That's just to create more of a stir, that's just to pie more people off. My only beef with Jake Paul is that he can't really fight. He's not a professional boxer. He's not even in shape. He looks fleshy. He's got a layer over him. He doesn't look chiseled. And I don't know if he takes the training seriously." Frocht further added, "When Paul has got a 2 or 3 stone weight advantage on these guys he's fought so far, it's a mismatch. It's unfair. He's got an unfair advantage. When he fights, he's that much of a he makes it, so he's so much heavier than his opponent. He's got such an advantage." Tyson has competed at 220 obs in the heavyweight division, which has no weight restrictions, while Paul has typically fought around 200 pounds in the cruiserweight class. Before the fight was rescheduled, Paul reportedly mentioned plans to bulk up to 240 pounds before shedding some weight for the match. The 58-year-old former undisputed champion, speaking to the crowd after his last professional fight in 2005, revealed that he had lost the drive and ferocity that once defined him in the ring. George Foreman, a man who retired from boxing a decade ago only to return and claim a world title at 45, knows a thing or two about making comebacks. When NY Fights suggested to Big George that Tyson should still be capable of dropping and stopping Paul, even at his current age, his reply was clear and insightful. He said, "Jake Paul is no pushover, and he is not afraid of any of these guys. Time is on his side. So happy for Mike Tyson. He needed this excitement in his life. Everyone is talking about it." Answer to your question, no. In a different piece with USA Today, Foreman continued to praise the younger fighter while cautioning Tyson. He mentioned, "Be careful with Paul, only because Paul has tricks. Tyson gets hit with one punch at his age. You start to hear funny noises." Tyson and Paul will fight over 8 2-minute rounds while donning 16 gloves, a first for the sport. At the same time, Mike Tyson has been advised to reconsider his participation in the upcoming fight due to concerns about his health. This warning comes from Anthony Taylor, who once faced Tommy Fury and has been a sparring partner to Paul throughout his 5-year boxing career. At 58, the iconic heavyweight champion is preparing for a stunning return to the ring this November, where he will square off against Paul, yet the upcoming fight sparks serious health worries. Taylor predicts a one-sided outcome, warning that Paul's power could quickly lead to Tyson suffering a concussion. Taylor told Instant Casino Mike Tyson needs to take a leaf out of Casey's book and pull out of his fight against Jake Paul. "I've worked with Jake